So hey you guys, how are you? I hope you guys are doing well. I want to stop by here very quickly to discuss some things with you all that I'm pretty excited to discuss. Yeah. First, I want to say shout out to those of you who signed up for the Angelica Tillman class. Honey, we listen, we are doing our thing. And of course, I sent out the links, and I'm also even trying something else, y'all, out because YouTube be trying to get a little funny with me. So I actually subscribed to a what do you call it? A platform, and I'm basically uploading my videos to that platform. And I'm able to actually set expiration, set, who's able to view the videos. So I can actually keep a track of who viewed the videos, what time, what date they've seen these videos, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm excited for that because, like I said, YouTube does not allow me to upload long videos. It takes forever. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I uploaded the video clip to this platform and it was uploaded already in like 2 minutes. And so it is something like Google Photos or whatever. You share the link and all this good stuff. And then, of course, like I said, you can, determine when the link is going to expire. And for these high perspective, high magical classes, that's what I'm going to do. Something I was thinking about y'all years ago that when I used to offer some of my classes, like people would like take my classes and they'll be using my information. Like some of my intellectual properties have been used throughout so many platforms by so many people, and I've not received, any type of recognition for it, any type of, credits for it, no type of payment or anything. Even going into some of these girls that was making Patreons and also the good shit, making money off of my teas, didn't think I didn't know about the bullshit, but girl, we got our DMCA shit lined up and our NDAs, which of course I told y'all my in-person work I do, do NDAs because people will once again take your idea, use it as their own, and or they will have a discussion about products and services, and then of course people will be like, wait, who, now you get into it. So the same thing with the online stuff, y'all. It's not all the time. Excuse me. It's not all the time, y'all. Right before I got on here, I had the Hawaiian brand kettle cooked chips, mango, habanero, okay? And it's called Tropical Heat. But when I tell you, girl, it hits you nice and slow. And that's what just happened right now. Hold on, where's my little, I guess I finished it. Damn. My little polar seltzer. So getting into this. NDAs, y'all, depends on, and of course, I kind of tested out with one of you right now, one of my regular people. I said, when you click on this link, what does this link say? I attached the NDA to, and I'm going to do this for a lot of my content. You are understanding that when you're getting my content, that the discussion of this content is between you and I. This, unless we do a group thing, then everybody, of course, will do an NDA, etc. Like I said, there's no discussion of this event. There's no discussion of these classes. And like I said, there's nothing crazy going on, but like I said, people be copying, people be using, going into one of the people girl was out there taking a class, going back, telling people information. I didn't know that until somebody hit me up and was like, just so you know, your class about blank, 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 blank. I got the insight on that. So I have to go to like my list to see, wait, who has the link to this video? And it was like 8 people. But I was like, yeah, that's not the email that emailed me. And I would have known that this person would have took my class. So I would have known because at that point I was seeing everybody who take those classes. So I'm like, now there's an NDA for everybody and the NDA is for 10 years. Hello? And of course, when you're taking these classes, like I said, baby, you're not to discuss anything, okay, unless I say, yes, you can. It's written 90 days to approve it. Let's talk about it. I say, yes, we can talk about that publicly and you can share secrets on that. Because at the end of the day, girl, a lot of stuff that I talk about, like I said, I learned from, mystery schools. I was going to get into some tea, but I learned from people. I learned from, and like I said, a lot of people pay a lot of money to get into that. For me, offer my classes for $99, $100, $33. People are like, well, yeah, I can go on Google and find the shit out myself. Not everything. No, you cannot. Not everything, babe. You have access to a class, that have a book, some type of organization to teach you this shit. So it's like at the end of the day, honey, girl, you get it for $99, $50, $30, whatever. Girl, to be like, I'm gonna take this class, find this information, use this bitch as intellectual property, and I'm gonna share it and spend all that. And that's another thing as well. because it gets into murky water. I know who, when, why, and how. So don't be like, well, this class was probably sold to 20 people. So how would this person know who would share this information? How would they know that? Baby, I will subpoena all of you. Everybody that I send a link to those classes, you all will get a subpoena to make sure, bitch, you over here talk about shit, talk about my motherfucking class, bitch, you get got together. On top of that, come on here, okay, that might be going a little too far. But let me tell you, I have my ways. I will know. I will know who, bitch, and you getting fucked up in the spirit. Hello! You getting fucked up in the motherfucking spirit, bitch, and that's on the dead ancestors. That's on the motherfucking spirit. Can we talk about it? That's on the spirit and that's on the dead ancestors. Baby, how you doing? Excited for y'all. I'm excited for that, y'all. We moving on up, girl. Our class is getting that. Yeah, I remember years ago, somebody was like, "Why don't you offer classes on like?" There was a platform that offered certain classes. Damn, what's the name of that platform? Damn. And they were like, yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, like, no, because everybody have access to the information. A lot of things are not meant to be accessible, easily accessible to people. That's what I said. I don't get offended. I don't get upset. I don't get ends. If I offer events, if I offer classes, if I offer casework, if I offer deals and people do not sign up for it, like I said, I'm not about to threaten you. I'm not about to cuss you out. I'm not about to let you have it because I do feel like spirit tells me to do things. And at that given time, maybe the people who could not get that information would be the ones that talk about the shit, share the shit, act like it's their own information. And, that's something that really bothers me. Well, I'm like, girl, give your credit, give credit where credit's due and say, baby, anything until I got connected with, Madam Merkaba, aka Mystic Persia, aka, Zelly. I did not own it. And like I said, in the India, girl, all that's there, girl. Hello? Hello? Let's talk about it. We have the figure, the moniker, and we have the legal name. And so, baby, like I said, I'm not playing with these kids no more, girl. Go ahead and think you're going to sign up for a class. Go ahead and think you're going to go ahead and send a payment over and think you're about to, I'm about to see what this bitch talking about, and I'm going to go over here and tell this. Like I said, baby, I have eyes and ears everywhere. Okay? I have eyes and ears everywhere. Like I said, jokingly, but being very serious. But like I said, back in the day, people took advantage. I really didn't know as far as about going out and pushing stuff out. I kind of just put things out, talking about things. People ask questions, girl. I gagged when I saw videos, when I saw discussions of shit. I'm like, girl, nobody talks about that shit but me. And to even go into like plagiarism and like people saying it exactly how I said it, it's like, girl, there's no way, even if you potentially learned this from someone else, there's no way that you're speaking and displaying it or presenting it the same way I present it. Girl, we don't talk the same. We don't have the same personality. Like I even go in and add my little, fun way of saying shit. Like, girl, I have my little twist to things. So it's like, girl, ain't no way. You got the information from me personally, or you got information from a student. So like I said, that's what we're doing. That's what we're implementing. And like I said, I'm waiting for, one of my people to get back to me because, girl, we got it going, girl. We got it going on. India, then you get the link. The link will expire. Once you see the video content, any questions you can ask. Like I said, once you have the link and you're seeing it, it is there. If you click the link past that time, it is going to expire. Okay. And there's something I'm doing with that too down the line. We'll talk about that down that line. I don't want to confuse. I don't like giving out information at all at one time. So people are like, wait, what, who, huh? I didn't understand that. So like I said, classes now will be sent through this platform link. You will get a link. The link will expire at a certain time. Some of them may even have a password. Some of them may not have an NDA. But either way, you will receive a link. You will have to agree to the terms and conditions before you see this content. Okay, and then you would go from there. Of course, ask your questions, and of course, I will gladly respond. Okay, going into the other side, y'all, we are doing one last part for the angelic atonement class. Of course, the recording for, and I told you guys it'll be available after Wednesday for the demonium class. That'll be available after Wednesday, and of course, I'll put that on the community post as well as the blog spot. But no, and the angelic reading, y'all, this is something that kind of came to me laughing, like literally Sunday, I'm putting together the final parts of the angelic atonement, and I was going to get into y'all because this shit, like, it's like a rabbit hole. Like, you start with one thing, girl, it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And before you know it, girl, this is like a 16-hour, 18-hour session. And we're talking about continuous going, because I can keep talking. Y'all know that, honey. I can keep talking, girl. Hello. Yeah, I don't got an issue. of talking, girl. Hello. Let me take a little swig of this crystal geyser. Hold on, girl. That mango habanero girl got me right together, honey. So either way, I will be putting this out either tonight or in the morning, and I will come out, and I will come out and reiterate this, rediscuss this. I'm doing something called an angelic reading, and of course, this is not like the stereotypical angelic readings that you got. I don't even know how other people do angelic readings. Honestly, I'm going to probably Google right when I get up off here and say angelic reading, angel readings. If it's some Durian virtue bullshit, baby, I really don't do that type of simple ass shit. So either way, hold on, what the fuck is going on? Hold on, hold on, honey. Okay, there we go. So the angelic, okay, I didn't turn off the screensaver in this tablet screensaver. It keeps going into dim mode and shit. It's like, girl, what's going on? And so, either way, with angelic reading, y'all, we're gonna do two levels. We're gonna do an in-depth one. We're gonna do a basic one. A basic one is just you giving me, your birthday, your birthday, you going into possibly the state that you were born in, country and state. And if you want to get real, let me not say it that way. I say nasty when we have personal conversations. But if you want to get real in depth, give me the county, and then we'll get into that. See, that's a basic, and that's just some information that I will need to get into a basic angelic reading. When it comes to the advanced angelic reading, like I said, it's a more in-depth one. So I do, request that we do a natal chart reading. If you do not know the exact time, that is okay. We just need to know the date, the date, a guesstimation of the time, etc., etc. And I thought, I'm like, was my mom the only one that like gave us our date of birth, like the times we were born, and said 2 a.m. I was in a hospital. I went into labor on this day, and honey, it took you 2.5 fucking days to come out, and on this day at 2:15 a.m. that's when your ass came coming. Was my mom the only one that did shit like that? That talked about that in aunties and shit? I'm like, people are like, I don't know but what day, I don't know my birthday, I don't know what time I was born. And I'm just like, damn, like that's fucked up. Like, girl, my mama made sure that she reminded us on her labor. She made sure that she reminded us on the hardship that she had to go through to bring us into this motherfucking world. And something that she always finished with was, "I brought you this world, I could take you out." And oh, and oh, she said that all the time. And so, anyway, y'all, an in-depth one will be a natal. In the natal reading will be included. And then, of course, from the natal reading, of course, I will access energies, frequencies, vibrations, and get into the angelic beings that are with you. Of course, as you know, angelic beings are also known as celestial beings, who are also known as planetary energies. And every angelic energy, every celestial energy has a place, a source, a dimension. And so, of course, we break all this down in this reading. I think it'll be very beneficial, as everything that I offer, I think, is beneficial. It's not just a way to, add things on and let's do things because it's the way to make money. Like I said, that's not what we do. Okay, hello. Can we talk about it? That's not what we do. It's really to benefit you, to elevate you, to get you closer to where it is that you need to be at. Y'all, I really, like I said, would like to do checkup on people, because we're literally going on the 10-year mark. Basically, in a year and 2 months, a year and 1 month, that we've been offering work publicly with people on YouTube for 10 years. And I really want to know. I get a lot of feedback from people, but there's still some people that don't give me feedback until something go down. Then they're like, "Hey, I manifested my man, but he whips my ass. Can we do some work to stop him from whooping my ass?" It's just like, girl, come on now. Girl, we did this work how many years ago? This work was done 4 years ago, and you're barely hitting me up now? It's like, girl, come on now. Give me my updates, y'all. Respectfully, humbly. Give me my updates immediately. Pronto. Okay? Give it to me quickly. Let's do it. No, I'm playing. But anyway, I really want to do like checkups on y'all and be like, how y'all doing? And what y'all up to? And what y'all did? And what have y'all learned? What have y'all applied? The class that you've taken, what have you done with this information? We don't take classes. We don't invest our money, time, and energy into things just because it's trendy. We don't do it just because it sounds fun. Like, I don't know about y'all, but yeah, things that sound fun is going to do two things for me. It's either going to elevate me, it's either going to relax me, which is still a form of elevation, or it's going to teach me something. It's going to give me something valuable that I can use to maneuver through this world. So it's like, girl, just taking shit just to let the information sit up. And no, I have not done any spiritual work. I've not done any conjuring. I've not done this. It's like, girl, come on now. So you really just waste money. If that's the case, girl, go ahead and just send a donation over to Cash App. Email me at 2aspirit@gmail.com and I'll tell you where to send it. Hello. If you like wasting money, waste your money on me. Yeah. Anyway, so that, like I said, I'll be coming forward. I'll be coming out tonight, if not tomorrow, to go over the two angel readings. And like I said, they'll be on a blog spot and they'll be on the community post. And shout out to you all, like I say, who signed up for the Angelic Atonement. I really was not expecting that many people to sign up because, like I said, we offered similar class before. And I said maybe, two or three people are going to sign up. Come on in here, glory, hallelujah. But baby, it was actually more than that. Like I said, I'm thankful and I'm grateful for that, honey. I want to lead people to the water and allow them to drink, allow them to get information. As a side note, because I really came on here to talk about the new teas that we're doing with the links and then, the NDAs, and then also going into, checking on y'all to see if you all got your links. Those who signed up for the class, did you get your links? Did you get all the links? There should be 4 links thus far. Hello. And then, of course, when I hear back from you after getting the 4 links, you will get the 5th one. Hello. And then also going into the angelic reading. But I also wanted to give you guys an update on a situation. Now, where should we go with this? Now, of course, the banner underneath says that all is alleged until proven otherwise. And I state things like that because I'm like, a lot of people are not going to be honest about information that's out there. A lot of people are not going to be honest and upfront and open. Unfortunately, everybody's word is not their bond. So they will lie and say, that's not true. That's not what happened. And knowing goddamn well it did happen. But because it's me, they're going to say, that didn't happen. So we say alleged until proven otherwise because eventually it does come to the light. All things done in the dark come to the light. And all secrets will be revealed. All prying eyes will always reveal motherfucking lies. And that's what I say and that's what I believe in. Can we talk about it? And so the truth will always come out because the truth sets you free. And we're about freeing. We're about liberation. Can we talk about it? We're about freedom. Okay? Freedom, freeing the mind. And so either way, you guys, I was telling you guys for the past, 4 months, for sure this year, starting this year, that I noticed that one of my people met a new friend and this friend was like talking about moon cycles and stuff. And I'm like, that's a little suspicious. And I kind of just like made a mental note that this person's talking about moon cycles. So what is this person religious? Are they spiritual? What they up to? Or they just like talk about the moon? And they gave the illusion that they just like talking about the moon. Like, oh, I love the full moon. I love the new moon, whatever. So then they started knowing that this individual likes stones and stuff. And so they started like really learning the cycles, y'all. Now, mind you, this is like behind the scenes because I didn't know all this. So then I would notice that this person's energy, when they would deal with this other person, that it'd be a little different. Like I think one time we almost got into it because they were so like, they were just like so just on 1,000, y'all. They would be like here, there. They'll be upset. They'll say, fuck this, and I'm gonna let you have it, bitch. And it's just like, what the hell's going on here? And then it was like 2 and 2 to 2, 2 and 2 plus 2 equals 2. And sometimes 6 if you're real nasty, maybe even 8, maybe even 16. Girl, we keep going with that. And so either way, I was just like, something's a little funny. Like, what's going on? And then I found out this person was like going through their own drama, right? Not this individual, not the mutual friend, but this, we're going to call them the half-broken coven. And so I paid attention, y'all, this last cycle. Well, 2 cycles ago now. And I said, it's so ironic that it's the full moon and this individual want to hang out. Oh, okay. And then I came out and I told you guys publicly because I know this person is going to be watching. So this is kind of like my way of saying, girl, we're on it. We know what's going on. You need to be also paying attention to what this bitch got going on, what this bitch is up to. So y'all, fast forwarding, we're going to call her KK. KK is the half broken coven witch bitch. And the other girl, we're going to call her GT. Okay, GT, come on in here. GT is the mutual friend. And so GT was discussing like how she felt like energy and this is the devil's man and blah blah blah. And I just started saying, well, a lot of times it's self-inflicted. It's not the devil, it's not people transpiring against you, it's not enemies out to get you. It's really people who are acting like they like you but they really don't, or they're envious of your life, they're envious of what you got going on. And that's why I'm always doing separation, jealousy, anti-envy, spiritual work, because bitch, you never know. Some people, they'd be like, I'm not really jealous of you, because what I got to be jealous of you of? And then something come up and they're like, oh fuck no, this bitch can't have what I got. This bitch can't stop me. So there we go. We're always doing energy work on that. And so either way, GT was like, well, I'm gonna put this bitch on pause, and I'm gonna let the real come in. Let the real come in. They were saying this shot for like 2 weeks prior to this situation. And so a situation happened where the KK's wife, but they're separated, was in a bad car accident. And what I was going to say was, in the beginning of all this, I'm not eluding, I'm not, convincing, I'm not telling people, because it's all alleged, right? I'm not saying that magic, I'm not saying that intentional, I'm not saying that any type of witchcraft or any type of magical things put this lady in a very bad car accident and it ejected her out of her car. Okay. And by the way, it was also a 3-car accident, right? So there's a lot of symbols around what this was. But then I found out in this whole process that the one that had the accident, KK's wife that she separated with, was actually the witch person. She was the actual one that told KK about the moon cycles, and KK knew that GT was with crystals, and she knew that GT was prayer, spiritual and stuff. So she's like, I gotta let this girl know that I'm up on game too. And I was even telling GT at one point in time, you're hanging out with KK individually, even though she's separated, she's still married and they live together. This so-called wife is going to become jealous, and mama's sending some energy. It may not be intentional, but girl, y'all know how it is, girl. You love somebody to death, you see something that they're doing, you be like, you nasty ass bitch. Or you be like, ooh, you dirty hoe. Or bitch, you know goddamn well you look like, girl, bye, you know goddamn well that wig is looking dry tight. Like, girl, you be thinking shit about people when people do shit. So I'm like, not intentionally, but maybe unintentionally, she probably said, this black bitch thinks she about to take my girlfriend, or this black bitch thinks she about to take my wife. Ain't no black bitch ain't no black hole stealing my wife. Like, who knows what she was saying? And so because GT was on her protection shit and elevating her energy and doing her cleanses, that negative ass energy came back and slapped KK's wife that she's separated from. They've been living together, and they're still living together for about 18, 19 years. It got her together, because it always goes back to the source. And so even going into that during this moment, and it's even coming out right now while we're talking, they were married, and of course, y'all let me know if this has ever happened to y'all. You ever heard of this? I've never heard of this. Like, I see if the girlfriend or the boyfriend had a dog before they met you, but if y'all got this animal together and this animal does not like your husband, and y'all got this dog together, mind you, y'all got this dog when it was younger together, this dog does not like your husband, you don't take that as a sign that your husband is up to something. Your husband got some fucked up ass energy on him. Like, your husband is like getting everybody's energy. You don't take that as a sign, because babies and dogs are very smart. Animals and babies, they're very smart. When energy is suspicious, they're like, what's going on over here? And maybe it's not suspicious to where the husband is like threatening to do something bad, but maybe he's like confused in his spirit. Maybe he's confused. Maybe he's anxious. Maybe he's nervous. And the overall energy of that household is calm, peace, and tranquility. That could be a suspicious energy to the dog as well, because they can sense emotion through enzymes and hormonal releases. When we get into certain moods, our bodies release hormones, pheromones, and all that good stuff. By the way, if you don't know that, now you know. Okay. And so the dogs, they know that. And so either way, KK was going to get attacked by her and her separated wife's dog. And so they had to put the dog down, because the dog was trying to fuck up KK. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, so what's going on? because they got that dog together. And of course, GT was like, well, they were separated for a little bit. And when they got back together, the dog didn't like. But I'm just like, but that still doesn't make sense, though. Like, did KK beat this dog? Did KK throw this dog out the room when, her and her wife get into it? Like, KK did something to that dog for that dog to want to fuck her up. KK did something too. And even going into the sense of it as well, I had an old friend, who liked to abuse her dog, and she's now an enemy. She's a very nasty enemy now, girl. And until she's gone, bitch, the war is going to continue to happen. By the way, just want to point that out. But she would like beat her dogs, put her dogs in the shower and shit for hours and days, and y'all, because the dog pooped in the house, or the dog was barking when she wanted the dog to be quiet because she wanted to go suck some dick. Like, it was some crazy shit, y'all. And I was just like, you bitch. Like, one day somebody gonna treat you just like you treat those motherfucking dogs. And it irritated the fuck out of me, y'all, because this bitch intentionally made sure that her address and stuff was not known. So if you were to call the police, you call the police and say, hey, this person's beating their dogs, but you wouldn't know where to send the fucking police to. You wouldn't know. And so this bitch would even get on camera, y'all, with footage of these dogs tied up in this motherfucking shower. And that shit pissed me off, because I can tell y'all, and I can tell y'all, I love dogs more than I love humans. And that's just a fat girl. I will beat somebody's ass or take somebody out for my motherfucking dog, just to let that be known. I do not care for, animals are innocent to me. They're the most innocent creatures that ever exist. Next to that will be babies, because of course they don't ask to be here, but the same thing with animals. These are wild beings that were created to be by us. And because we no longer farm, we no longer hunt, we became so lazy and so modern, we feel like we don't need these animals anymore. So now we get these animals for show. We get them because they're cute, because they're $1,000. They look like exotic animals. And then when we're done with them, we dispose of them, we put them to sleep, we beat them, we do all these things to them. So it's kind of like a fucked up situation. It's kind of like a fucked up situation. And so, like I said, for me, knowing that dogs get beat and all that stuff, that shit pisses me off, y'all. And if I ever saw that, and I always say this, and I put my right hand up on this, I will gladly go to jail. If I ever see a person mistreat a dog, abuse a child, an elderly in front of me, bitch, that person's being taken the fucking out. And like I said, I will gladly go to jail. I will gladly serve my time with honor. And I mean that. And I always say that, y'all, that will never change. And so, like I said, I always wanted to know, what did KK do to this dog? And now this dog is put to sleep because the dog wanted to attack KK. But it's like, dogs are not just, girl, they don't just do shit like that. Dogs need love. They need affection. They like respect. And so if they're given that, they also respect you. And yes, they have personalities, but they're not going to fucking bite off your finger unless you do something. And that's happened to that other bitch. Like I was saying, you hit this dog, and this dog bit off her, almost bit off her fucking finger. She had to go get stitches. And then she's like, oh, girl, you don't want to deal with these dogs. These dogs have their mind their own. No, girl, my brother's bred pit bulls. Pit bulls are not vicious like that. Pit bulls remember, though, just like any dog, they remember. And one thing about pit bulls, they want to prove themselves. They want to prove to you how tough they are, because a lot of them, they're short, they're small. They're not taller than 2 feet tall, and so they will wait years, months, days to fuck your ass up because you got them together. And so and we're not talking about you telling them shut up, Mickey, or you go to bed. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about you getting to where you're beating them and doing shit like that. And so, like I said, for me, I'm kind of like, girl, these people are some fuck the best people. And that's what I was telling GT. These are some conniving ass fuck the best human beings. And they better not have motherfucking kids, because, bitch, I'm calling motherfucking CPS on them. Bitch, and that's on God. Because at the end of the day, girl, what did you do to this dog to make this dog want to attack you? And then you fucking put the dog down because the dog almost attacked you? What did you do, KK? So I never want to motherfucking meet KK, because KK will get a reading session for her motherfucking life. She will feel it to her fucking soul. And girl, like I said, I never want to meet KK. And I told that to GT before anyway. I don't care to meet KK because bitch, she would get red. And now that I know about what happened, that the dog was put down, and of course GT was like, well, she didn't tell her friends that she had to put that dog down. Of course she didn't, because her friends got common sense like I do, and we're gonna say, but why? Why did the dog want to attack you all of a sudden out the blue? You've been married for 18 fucking years. The dog was under 7 years old. So how did this dog, I mean, make it make sense. How did this dog want to attack you? Like, what was going on here? Then even going into the wife that she separated from, I'm like, was she doing magical work on this dog to not like anybody? Because I think the wife was sick at some point. So was the dog doing workings for the dog to keep her protected and guarded? And this is why this dog attacked KK. But I'm just like, girl, there's a lot with a lot. And like I said, I just wanted to give y'all an update on that, y'all. Oh, girl, emotions be like running high and shit. Woo, girl. I want to give y'all an update on that. Y'all, it is warm right now. Nubis wants to sit on my fucking lap. I let him sit on my lap. But baby, girl, he's making my legs hot as hell. But yeah, I want to give y'all an update on this so-called energy that I was tapping into and letting Miss GT know about it. And GT was like, no. And I always have to let people know. And I listen. I want to, and it's not about giving assurance, because bitch, if you think that a bitch is jealous or envious, or I want any type of whatever it is, maybe like I said, I don't know what people be thinking when I do things or I say things, they think that I feel some type of way. I really don't. Bitch, I stay in my business, I mind my business, I stay in my lane. People want me to be in their business or they want to be in my business, but baby, I don't want to be in your business. I don't care what you got going. If you want to become best friend with Jeffrey Dahmer, that's your business, girl. When Jeffrey Dahmer fuck you up, I'm just letting you know, don't call me, honey, because I ain't going over there, honey. Sorry, not going to do it. And so that's what it comes down to. I'm like, baby, a bitch ain't jealous. A bitch, listen. A bitch is okay if you find, I encourage my friends to get out and find more friends. Yeah, find more friends, have more fun. Hey, the more the merrier, girl. I'm not really that girl. I like to really keep my circle nice and small. I like to deal with only a few people because, baby, I don't want to be talking to Susie today about her boyfriend dumping her, and then Marisol call me a couple hours later and say that her mama just got a new job, and then Mario calls me 2 days later and tell me, like, girl, all these energies and shit going on, and I have to be there for my friends. So it's like, oh, girl, that's a little too much for me, girl. Like, wait a minute, hold up. Okay, not to mention ideas, personalities. Sometimes a lot of the personalities are not compatible. So, girl, I don't want to be, in this mood today, and then you're not in this mood, so we're getting into a fight because I'm feeling really, really, really good, and you're feeling really, really low. Like, no. So that's where it's at. Like, I can only manage 3 people at a time, maybe 4, but baby, I'm good. The less the better for me. Sorry, the less the better. Personally, publicly, business-wise, like I said, that's a whole nother subject. When it comes to personal spaces, I'm very private. I'm very, to myself. Like, girl, we're not about to be discussing Tom, Dick, and Harry. And all. No, we're not going to do that, babe. I take pride of that. Okay, and so either way, some people may think like, well, maybe she don't want me to be friends with nobody else. No, baby, I encourage you to be friends with somebody else. Okay, I tell it to all my people. Baby, you meet a friend, you meet a man, girl, they rock your world. Girl, I'm here for it. Honey, I'm here for, girl. You meet a friend that's elevating you, taking you to better places, who could do more for you than I can, whatever the case may be, because they're the same like you. You're less and they're less. Hey, girl, I'm for it, girl, especially if y'all close in age and stuff, too. What a lot of people got to remember, I only have one friend that we're close in age. We're about like 2 or 3 years apart from each other. But my other friends, they're like 20 years older than I am. So it's like, I expect you to have people closer to your age range than myself. So like I said, I encourage it, especially if you're, different. If you're a gay man, I'm not a gay man. So I don't, what are we going to discuss about your issues being a gay man? One is even like lesbian friends. I'm not a lesbian. So what are we going to discuss about you going through your lesbian problems? So like I said, I encourage you to find people like you so you can share your problems, but you can say, hey, as a lesbian, it's hard out here in these streets. Yes, I don't understand that. I don't see that, but there you go. Same thing like I said. So I encourage that. So bitch is never jealous. The bitch is never feeling any type of way. I just call a spade a spade. If I see something fucked up, I'm going to speak on it. And I want you to say the same thing as well. I would hope that people are not jealous of any friendships that I have because, baby, like I said, when I give advice, it's not coming from a jealous or malicious space. I really want you to be happy and content. I don't want to have to, be called at one time in the middle of the night and you say, girl, could you believe that this bitch slept with my man and now we both have to show up to her house in black suits and shit and fuck her up? Like, girl, I don't ever want to get to that point. Can we talk about it? So like I said, I want you to be, in a good place, in a good space with your people. I want you to like say, go out and mingle and I met this friend and I got this friend and she's always, I love that. I love that for you, babe. I really do. Because I want the same thing for me. I got a new coffee mate now and hey girl, life is gonna be good. Girl, who knows? This might be my adoptive auntie. Who knows? This lady might take me under her wings and she might say, hey, I need help, running some tea. Who knows how it's gonna turn out? Everything happens for the right way, for the right reasons, because I'm always in the right place at the right time. Oh, hallelujah. I'm always in the right place at the right time. And manifestation shows up when it needs to show up the most. Can we talk about it? Hello. Anyway, that's pretty much it, y'all. We talked about the angelic instrument class. We talked about the angelic reading, which I've not really got into. We just kind of explained a little bit of it. We talked about updates on a witch bitch that was fucking up some energy, pulling some energy, feeding in, ciphering out, and using my girlfriend Miss GT energy and I was telling Miss GT, girl, that's what's going on. There's some blockages here. And Miss GT recognized the T. She got on top of her protection. She reversed that psychic attack. And that's another thing too, by the way, because people don't think that psychic attacks and stuff is real. And we talk about it in that we talk about it in the angelic atonement class as well, y'all. Just like channeling, people assume that channeling is only done it's only done in a magical setting. Like you can go into a space full of people, you could channel energy there where people are extremely happy and now you become happy. And that's another thing I've been thinking about as well, y'all. And it's just a thought because we're talking about it and it came up. People be so empathetic and they be so in tuned, but on the flip side, they would say that they're depressed and they feel down. Wouldn't you want to go hang out with high vibrational, good people when you're feeling depressed and down? So that way you can get that energy and also become high vibrational and happy in a good place. That's how we like, do some people do they love being a victim? Or they are actually really trying to, become a better them. They're really trying to manifest the life and the dreams that they want. Like that's how I'm like, I be mind my business, girl, because it doesn't even make sense to me. Yes, girl, you're empathetic. Yes, you're sensitive, but why are you still hanging around with people, places, and things that keep you in that depressive state? Even going into content. People think that, and of course, like I said, y'all, I'm a weirdo. I'm a nerd. Can we talk about it? I'm a weirdo in the sense of social normalcy. I'm what you call a real nerd. I'm very awkward. I don't care about matching. I don't care about what my appearance is when it comes to just dealing with regular people. I don't care, girl. I'll just shake and throw on a wig. I'll wear blue with polka dots. I don't care about fitting in with general public like that. You can look at me and say that bitch is weird. Bitch, thank you. Call me weird. Love it. But going into, like I said, why not? Why not? Why not deal with people and things that are, like I said, if you're really in tune, if you're really sensitive to energies and vibrations, why be, oh, that's where I was going with that. People, anything that terms and pronouns, you don't want to say zim, zell, there. Oh, this shit, what the brain gained knowledge and insight on something, you cannot undo that knowledge. You cannot undo that insight. And so the things that I speak up against, it's not me hating, it's me knowing different. It's me knowing what the agenda is, me knowing what the role is, me knowing what type of magic is being ran on people. And that's why I'm not for it. Going into TikTok, and I even said this is for a lot of people, they said that, before I get into it, let me say this. Hold on, let me look this up. Before I say it, I think it's 60%. Hold on. I think it's 60%. What percentage of the population suffer from depression? So it actually says 5% of adults worldwide experience experience um, depression. Now, this is not what I'm looking for because, of course, they gave a little rating. It says 18% of U.S. adults experience depression overall. And this is 18 to 24. And of course, these are the ones that are actually getting help for their depression. But it says that USA studies indicate that 8.3% percent of adults experience major depressive episodes annually. So I'm like, where do you think this come from? Right? It has to be food. It has to be who we deal with on a day-to-day basis. It's not just the stress. What they say, facts of life. It's not just the facts of life. Trust when I say that. It's not just the facts of life. We are equipped to live life. We are equipped to handle whatever comes our way in life. That's not facts of life. That's making people depressive and anxious. Trust when I tell you that. I was diagnosed with manic depression and extreme anxiety. Okay, extreme anxiety. Baby, no anxiety medicine, no depression medicine like that. I was diagnosed at 14 years old with manic depression, by the way. I don't have depressive episodes. I don't do none of that. I understand that food, I understand that your environment, I understand that the people you deal with influence that. And so in my mind, I'm like, if you know that you're prone to depression, you know that you're prone to anxiety, you know that you're prone to these illnesses and issues, why are you subscribing to and entertaining these energies? There's so many other things. There's so many other platforms. There's so many other things. And there's so much other things that you can do. I personally, like that, I don't watch the news. I don't care for the news. I do know that if there was some real massive information to be put out, let's say they passed a major law or something, I do know that that would be kind of like a worldwide thing. It's not just a secret thing where I have to watch my local 5 news. But it's like, why would you subject yourself to these type of energies if you're sensitive to energy, for one, and for two, you are aware of how depressive or how anxious you actually are? Why watch more things to make you anxious? Why watch more things to make you depressed? And that's just something that I don't comprehend. That's just something that I'm not grasping. And like on the flip side, people are saying that they are empathetic. I'm an empath. I'm in tuned with energy. So you're not questioning, why am I not being my best today? Why do I not feel perfectly happy today? Why do I feel so down today? Why do I feel so gloomy today? You're not questioning, is it the TikTok videos that you're watching? Is it the YouTube videos that you're watching? Is it the music that you're listening to? Is it the fast food that you're eating? Like, you're not asking this. The sugars. Do you have parasites in your body that crave the sugars and the carbs, and they're controlling your brain? Like, these are real honest, questions and statements that are being made. They're questions and they're statements that are being made. This is really honest. This is really tea. Like I said, for me, I understood. I knew what it was. I understand what it is. And I just said, me personally, girl, I'm not going to be around those people. I'm not going to be around those things. And I'm not going to do anything that's going to incite, invoke, or raise the spirit of depression or the spirit of anxiety within me. Like I said, baby, 36 years old, drug free, nicotine free, and alcohol free. The last time I tasted any type of alcoholic substance or any type of, alcohol or anything was about 6 years ago. Can we talk about it? Hello? Never tried any pills, never tried to smoke weed, never tried any of that. Like I said, baby, girl, not a criminal or any of that neither. So of course, when you have depressive episodes or you are anxious, you act out, you become obsessive and compulsive. And of course, like I said, we don't have those qualities. We don't have that. We don't have those symptoms. So a lot of times I be thinking, am I making up that I have anxiety? And then I'm not making it up. And I'm making up that, I was considered depressive, honey, because like I said, the symptoms were there. The diagnosis was there, but baby, the actions, the outcome of that is not there. Okay, and so anyway, that's pretty much it, you all. Let me see what's up in here. If there's anybody up here, if not, baby, let me go. Let me do my thing, honey. It is 5:40 p.m. And I'm gonna relax myself a little bit, and then I'm gonna get up and do what I gotta do. So let's see what's up in here, honey. Come on, there, Didi. How are you doing? I was very first. Yes, you were, Didi. Shout out to Didi. Didi was my very first client, y'all. I came on YouTube and they said, y'all, we offering casework for the children. Woo wee! Yo, when I tell y'all, that email was flooded. Remember, I did a share. I shared the screen. This one, YouTube had private messaging, and y'all, it was flooded. with messages. Oh my God. I felt like I said, is this what God be feeling? Is this what Santa Claus be feeling? Girl, Santa Claus, Santa. But you know what I mean? Like, is this what they be feeling to get all these requests? And can you please, hi, I'm a country singer from Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm trying to get my career on. Can you send me some type of blessing so I can get this going? Hi, I'm a single mother of three, and I'm trying to get my kids the PlayStation. Can you help me do a magical ritual to manifest this money? Hi, I'm close to losing my home. I need to do a emergency ritual on eviction. Can you help me? Oh, girl, it was so many, y'all. I was like, oh my God, help me, God. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot, God. Woo! But God will never give you more than you can bear. And I believe that. That's why I keep my energy strong. I keep my mind strong. I keep my body strong. I keep my spirit strong. Oh, come on in here, God. I keep the spirits around me. I keep the angels around me. I ask for cleansing. I ask for strengthening. I ask for courage. Come on in here. I ask for patience as well, y'all. Because, baby, you know me. You know me, girl. Hello, I get real spicy. Hello, I can't help it. I'm a spicy ass bitch. I'm sorry. Can't help the spiciness. Baby, you come at me, I come at you. I think you come at me, I come at you two times. Hello? If I think you come and I come at you two times, you have to excuse that, baby. Listen, I ain't asking for your apology. I'm not asking for your forgiveness. I'm just saying you have to understand what it is and what it ain't. Hello? Okay, come on in here. Come on, Sheba. How you doing, Sheba? Yes, honey. Hope you had a great day, Sheba. I finally caught alive. Hey, come on in here, DT. I'm sorry, Kiana. I was sitting there reading. I finally caught alive. Hey, Miss Thing. Hi, I am Dee Dee and King and Sheba. And I'm like, hey, Dee Dee. You know how your brain is operating. I'm saying I am Dee Dee. Like, okay, hey, Dee Dee. Anyway, listen, y'all. Listen, I'm loving the season that we are in. I'm loving what is going on. I'm loving what is to come. I'm loving what is in store for all of us. I'm loving. I'm excited. I'm waiting. I'm here for it, y'all. And it's some good, 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 good. Okay. And so anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here. Like I said, let me relax myself a little bit, honey. Whew. I slept 6 hours, and of course, I was like, "Oh, girl, I'm sleeping in." I was to bed at like I think 3 o'clock, and I was like, "Honey, I'm sleeping in. I ain't going nowhere." Girl, bye. I got up. I looked. I was like, "Oh, it's time to get up and start my day." Girl, got my babies together, took them for a nice little walk, did my little tea, did my little, did some tea I had to do, came back, did my little, I took care of some tea. I feel very accomplished, y'all, today. Did a lot. Oh, and I told y'all, by the way, shout out, y'all. There's something coming very soon, y'all. I told y'all behind the scenes that we've been working on. I've been helping people with their tea, y'all. See, I'm that girl. I like to work behind the scenes. I like to help people behind the scenes too, y'all. So one of my people is actually, we're excited. She's coming out with her very first book, y'all. And I'm so excited to, have helped with it, helped with a lot of tea, the publication of that. Y'all, listen, the publishing. I am excited, the copyright. I am excited, y'all, for this individual, and as well as sharing this work and stuff with y'all, honey. And no, this work has nothing to do with me. Like I said, I just assisted, and of course, girl, we do everything legitly. Everything, girl. I need to be on contract, baby, and I need to be on contract. And there you go. Let's get this contract. Let's get this notarized. Let's get this legally bound, baby. Let's talk about it, baby. Hello. Baby, I don't care if I don't care if you're my sister, baby. Hello, we gotta get right, girl. When it comes to business, people like to play around. When it comes to legal stuff, baby, I don't play. Whether you're a friend, a sister, a cousin, an auntie, an uncle, brother, I don't care, girl. Even God came down here himself, girl, herself, girl. We doing business, girl. It's a contract. Hello, you're signing a contract, Jesus. You're signing a contract. Yes, you are. Hello, Elohim. You're signing a contract. Okay. Okay, you're Adonai, you're signing a contract, baby. You want me in on what? Hello? Let's talk about it. But ooh, so it's trying to end this live, girl. Let me go, y'all. Let me go, y'all. TrueSpiritMystic.blogspot.com, 288mystic@gmail.com. I'll be back later, or I'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk about some things, especially the angelic reading. I'll also have the information on the blog spot, like send the community posting, okay? If not later, it'll be tomorrow, y'all. Love and light, love and truth, y'all. And be good. Stay positive, okay? Good seeing y'all and talking to y'all.